What's going on, guys? So, as you guys can see, we're having another video. I want to be straight up, man. It's been kind of hard to think about topics and actually execute because I've been working so much and it's kind of been getting to me. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. But I did miss a day, but that's the only day I hope I miss. I hope I don't miss any more days of uploading. But man, we're gonna just get straight up into it, man. So really, what we're gonna be talking about today is just three things to stay away from to have a great life. And number three is kind of like a broad all around term, but it's really great. But I'm just going to be straight up because this is something that a lot of guys, and including myself, like I've gotten so much better at it lately. But every now and again, it's just things that it's just something that can creep up on you. You just never expect it until it happens. So, number one thing to stay away from to have a great life or just to maintain focus, you know what I mean? Man, I'm just going to be straight up, dude. Corn. All right. And the reason I say that is simply because that's one of the things that can consume so much more of your time. And it's pretty much indefinite in the sense of it's always enjoyable. So you never want to stop. And if you don't, there's just first things first. I'm just going to be straight up, bro. For me, if I start it, I'm going to finish it. There's nothing else to it, bro. Like, there's really nothing else to it. I can sit here and say all this stuff like, oh, I can stop whenever I want. Oh, whenever, you know what I mean? Like, but the thing is, I don't want to stop, you know? So if I start it, then I'm going to finish it. And whenever I finish it, whenever I choose. And if I have the choice, I'm never going to stop. You know what I mean? Porn is just enjoyable because it's free, easy to get to, and unlimited. The only thing that's limited about it is the amount of time that you have in your day, and that's not good. And obviously, when you finish, there's actually scientific studies that say, well, it's not even just a study. It's just that post nut clarity, dude, is quite literally. It's just understanding that you did something wrong, and it's not just that. But every time that you finish, it's literally taking. I just say net amount of like 10% of your overall energy for the day. So every time that you finish, you're just getting rid of 10% of any amount of energy that you'll have for your day, period. And if you do that, then that's 10% less energy that you'll have for working out. That's 10% less energy that you'll have for, I don't know, social interactions. That's 10% less interest that you have in anything that might be good for you, just enjoyable in general. So it's literally just a net negative, something that doesn't help you, and something that actually actively takes from you. So that's why I say, in order to have a great life, just don't mess with corn, bro. Obviously, I gotta take my own advice in that, and I have been doing that, honest to God. But like I said, it's something that just creeps up. I'll go, you know what I mean, like 4 days, 7 days, 2 weeks, and then I'm just like, well, I just so happen to be off for the rest of the day. Boom, going for it. And hey, I'm not gonna lie. If you start it, I finish it, and there's nothing else to it because hey, I feel like it. So the best thing to do to get away from that stuff is stay busy, and really a lot of things is to just stay busy doing anything other than that, but not just anything, because playing the. Actually, yeah, I would say honestly, anything better is better than that almost. Don't go around doing hardcore drugs or anything because, might as well just stick to the videos, bro. But, like, that's just all there is to it. So that's number one. There's so many obvious reasons why there's no reason for the corn on the cob, And corn it's not digestible anyway. It's hard on your stomach, if you know what I'm saying. I mean, corn literally is actually. But whatever. Number two, now this is kind of out of left field, but when I thought about it, I was like, yeah, actually. So number two, bro, is honest to God, lazy people. And what I mean by that is you are who you hang around with. Like, your circle of friends is who you are going to be. You get your habits from whoever you're around, and you get comfortable doing things that the other people are around you are comfortable doing. So you don't want to get caught with lazy people. Like, honest to God, if you look, there's people that used to be my friends that were lazy people, and I didn't. We're not friends. We haven't stopped being friends because they were lazy. I mean, kind of, yes, actually. Yes, actually. I'm thinking about one friend specifically. It was really a really good friend of mine back in the day, and like literally from childhood. But his actual genuine. I'm just gonna say it. So I had this friend, and we were friends since literal kids, bro. Now he wasn't doing so good, and I was the kind of guy who said, "Hey man, how about you hang out with me? Not hang out, but like live with me for about a month. We can get you going. We can get you know, your money up. We can get your everything up. You know, your finances, your happiness, your life. You know, we can get you on the upside instead of the downside. Because he was on the downside, man. And I just got done saying, hey man, I've been hearing about you saying these things that you're not happy with your life for about a month now, and I don't really want you to stay like that. And I have the opportunity to at least let you come to an area with more opportunity just for a month until you get, you know, we get you a job where you stay at. And at the end of the day, I just asked two things of him. I just said, hey, the only things I want from you is for you to always work whenever you can. And I have a perfect way to do that. It's called InstaWork. It's a literal app where you can get shifts. And at that point in time, in where I had invited him over to my place, it was literally a job every single day. And he I said he needs to do that, and then I just said clean up after yourself. Just clean up after yourself. That is all I ask. So work all the time and clean up after yourself. Well, he didn't do either. He took days off whenever he felt like it, which was exactly what I told him not to do. And then he ended up not cleaning up after himself. You know, I would get home from work, working 12-hour days and stuff, and then I would see him playing my game and not working. And he did the exact opposite of what we had agreed on. And that happened for the whole month really. Now he did not work at all, but he didn't work so much to where about probably only worked about, I don't know, man, like a week or a week and a half out of the whole month. And that wasn't the agreement, and I wasn't happy with that. And then not only that, but like I said, just the not cleaning up part, I would come home from a 12-hour shift, see him playing my game while he just had food all over my floor, man. And after that month went by, oh man, I had, he was supposed to get a job, and then the job who he was trying to get basically said, yeah, we don't need you because you waited too long to contact us. Because the agreed upon time for him to get a job was actually 2 weeks. And I told him to go back home in that 2 weeks. And he said, no, I want to be here with you and stuff. You know, this is cool. And I was like, look, I get it. But no, that's not what's supposed to happen. He disagreed with me and he stayed. And then when he finally went back to get that job after that month, dude, they just didn't want him. They had someone else to fill the position. And he said, well, I guess I'm coming back to live with you. And I said, no, you're not. And that's pretty much what ended the friendship, because after I told him, no, you're not, you disrespected my rules, you disrespected my household, and I just can't have you here. And I can't deal with you because I'm going to end up disliking you as a person, you know? And secretly, I had already disliked him as a person, but I let it stop right there. I let it stop right there, and I told him that I wasn't going to have it. But anyways, he didn't. I would try to call him. I said, we're still friends. We can talk and stuff, but you can't live with me again. And that's exactly what I meant, and that's exactly what I did. So basically, at that point, I called him and no answer. I called him quite literally 50 times in a week because I was like, what's going on? And then he basically said, yeah, man. He made a Facebook post saying, you know, stop calling my phone. And I was like, okay, I'm the only one who's calling him 50 times a day, so I know he's talking to me. So with that being said, I'm going to let that be that. And we were not friends to this day. And so, yeah, I guess the whole avoid lazy people is real, man. Like, and I guess I'm living that because at the end of the day, I genuinely don't mess with him anymore. Now, he did make that final decision to, like, basically make it to where I don't want to mess with him and he doesn't want to mess with me. But hey, man, it's cool, bro. Because, dude, if I were to have had allowed that to continue, I don't know if I would be a sane person right now. So lazy people can quite literally throw you off your balance, man. Like in every way, shape, and form. Like they can really screw you up, bro. Like they can really mess you up. And when as soon as he got up out of there, I was like, nah, dude, that was the first and final time I helped you like that, man. Because you couldn't follow the simple rules that I gave you. I gave you like if I was down on my luck and someone gave me such simple terms, just work and clean up after yourself. The cleaning up is already a given. I'm cleaning up. I'm not gonna make a mess for the person who's giving me rent free, treatment. Like, come on. But yeah, stay away from lazy people because they will legitimately drag you down. Like I said, I work 12 hours a day, and then at the end of that day, I had to clean up his mess because he was just not doing his part, and that's not okay. So stay away from lazy people because they'll give you more work. If you work 12 hours and you're really working 14 because you're going to be working your 12 and then you're going to work 2 hours for free after that just to clean up the mess that the person made who was lazy, man. So yeah, lazy people, man. And then honestly, number three is kind of like I said, the broadest term, your bad habits. Corn is obviously a bad habit, but like any bad habits, like maybe you might be the person who doesn't do your dishes, maybe you're the person who doesn't do your laundry until the last minute, until you absolutely have to right before work, and then because of that, you miss out on the opportunity to get some overtime. And I've done that before, so I'm speaking from experience. That's not just talk for top of my dome, but I've done that before. But that's not the things that I do these days. But it's not just a thing I don't do these days. It's a thing that I actively make sure I don't do. So what I'm saying, like your bad habits, if there's anything that's good to run away from, it's your bad habits. Like literally run away from your bad habits. That's the only fight that is good to run away from. And what I mean by running away from it, I mean doing the opposite, going in the opposite direction. So if you're going to do a bad habit, run in the opposite direction and do the opposite of that bad habit and do a good habit. So if you're not going to do your laundry, okay, think about it, and as soon as you get that thought in your head that you need to do your laundry, just do the laundry, call it a day, right then and right there. So go ahead and do that. Do that dish. As soon as you think about the fact that you need to wash your dish, then to wash it. As soon as you see the fact that your floor might look dirty and you need to pick up some stuff, go ahead and pick it up. Don't wait until like an hour before it's time to go to work and try to be Superman out of nowhere. Like that's not how you want to do things. So yeah, your bad habits is just the thing that you need to get things together, because honestly it could be said that our bad habits actually prevents us from living our true life. In the sense of our true life could be our happiest life, but our bad habits can easily taint that and make it to where our bad habits become our life, and that's not what we want. So yeah, guys, that's going to be the video for today. I appreciate you guys listening to me yapping a lot, because that's just what I do, and I'm trying to get my speaking better, because at the end of the day I don't want you guys to be bored in my videos. So if you guys ever are bored, man, go ahead and comment that and say, like, if you think I could benefit from having better speaking, maybe speaking less noise, not noise, but less silence in this stuff, you know what I mean, whenever I have my thoughts and gather them. Maybe I can come with the actual better script so that I already know what to say at all times and stuff, so it's not like something I have to think about. So but yeah, man, I thank you guys for watching my video. I thank you guys for being here, man. Thank you so much, guys. Like the subscribers that I have, I cannot believe that I have 74 subscribers at this moment, bro. It's something that's surreal and something I never thought I'd get in a short amount of time. But man, thank you guys for being here, guys. Seriously, it's been Yapalot Gaming, and I'm about to get out of here and log off, man. Good night.